Hello, welcome back to the channel. My name is Megan. I'm an intuitive reader, and today I'm going to be doing a collective reading for twin flames. And I'm not sure what exactly we're going to be tuning into specifically yet. I'm just going to kind of let it unfold naturally as it wants to. But first, before I dive into the cards, I just want to give a quick little message around making sure that the message resonates for you specifically, and that you're not trying to make it fit. I know there are so many readers to watch out there, and I know that these twin flame connections in particular are so intense and they feel so scary at times and isolating, and so it's just the natural thing to want to connect through these readings, want to learn, want to know more, want to get yourself out of the dark. But especially if you are a divine feminine, the invitation is always to be tuning into your own guidance, your own knowing, and that can get a little tricky. Especially if you're just consuming and absorbing video after video and you're watching this one, you're watching that one. Maybe some are telling you what you want to hear. Maybe some kind of are more fear-mongering. And then it really influences you. It really gets in your head. So I just encourage you to be as discerning as you possibly can. You'll know if a message is for you. Usually there's a sort of body tingle or a body resonance. Sometimes there is discomfort, actually. So if it's a message that your ego doesn't particularly like, but it's a message for you, you might kind of feel that in your stomach, like, oof, like you just got punched. It's going to be different for every body, but it is going to be in the body. It's not going to be in the head. So I really encourage, if you don't feel like you have that relationship to your body yet to be able to tell what your intuition is or not, to take a pause from consuming videos and to start, get a deck of cards, read for yourself, tune in, grab a pendulum. Pendulums are great. I use my pendulum all the time, especially when it comes to myself. I don't necessarily need the pendulum when I'm working with clients or I'm working with others, but when it comes to myself, it's really hard to not be biased. It's really hard to not say what we want, to dive into what we want to hear. So depending on our disposition, we can either go to one end of the extreme of the spectrum where we're very negative and we're like, this connection's over, this person's a false twin flame, they're not for me, and we're just in like a spiraling self-sabotage loop. Or we can be on the other hand where we're like, reunion is tomorrow, they're coming, like they're gonna come with flowers, they're gonna apologize, they're gonna get down on one knee. We can really oscillate between those two extremes. So this is really just a message that it's been sitting heavy on my heart. And as I've been going through my own process of letting go of the label of the twin flame, letting go of all of the rules, if you will, and kind of just working with what feels good for me, working with my own intuition. My guides have actually completely cut me off from most things twin flame, so except the content that I'm making, they are not really allowing me. Sounds pretty harsh, but that's kind of how it feels. They're like, we don't want you to be taking in information or absorbing information from anywhere else right now. And there's exceptions to that rule for sure when there's a message for me and I'm really clear that there's a message, and I check in with my pendulum, I check in through prayer with my ancestors. I've been working with my ancestors a lot lately. But yeah, so once I get a very clear yes, then I can move in. And I will tell you that most of the time I want to tune into the Twin Flame Collective. Like, I want to watch other people's videos. I want to know what's going on. I want to hear about other stories. There was so much learning there for me at the beginning part of the journey. It made me a better tarot reader, really. It really developed me. So it definitely served its purpose and its place. But I'm just sharing all that with you because I do feel like this journey is hard enough that to be in self-deception, self-denial, or deceiving ourselves in any way through this thing that's supposed to be a tool and is service. It's, for the readers that show up here, this is our service. This is our light work. This is us giving. This is us being guided by spirit to do so. And it breaks my heart to see it, kind of backfire. So that's my PSA for the day. I'm going to shut up. We're going to get into the cards. Thank you so much for being here. I really, really appreciate it. All of your likes really help this channel grow so much for YouTube, for videos to get views and to be seen by new people. The comments and the views and the engagement is really, really where it's at. So even if you don't resonate with this message and you don't like it, go ahead and dislike it. Really, you have my full permission. That helps this video get viewed as well. So yeah, the most engagement seems to be the most views, and of course, as a light worker, my mission is to spread and to find the people that I'm, meant to help and meant to serve. So I really, really appreciate all of your guys' support to this point. So thank you for being here. I hope you guys are well. I feel that there's been quite a few towers lately, especially in the masculine collective. So we're going to start with them, actually. Ooh, card on the floor. You know what that means. You know what that... Oh, that's interesting. I'm going to take it in reverse. Ooh, I like this so far, you guys. I don't know if you guys can see it. One day I'll get a good setup so that you guys can see my readings from above. But for now, we make do. Oh, there's the storm. There's the tower. I told you. Okay, I'm grabbing a lot of energy. I just realized I was just kind of in the zone. So that's okay. This might end up being a longer reading today. Okay, beautiful. We'll see how long I'm able to sit here. Okay. All right, I am loving this energy, I have to say. I'm going to start pulling some clarifiers. Yeah, we're going to go to clarifiers before I start diving into the messages. But first up, we have 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel. That is the throat chakra. So this is communication. This is being empowered through their voice, their knowing, their truth, being able to speak their truth, being able to share courageously. The card that fell on the floor was Adjacent Possibilities, and it came out in reverse. So there's a tower right now around the possibilities, around the options. They're seeing that there was really only one option all along. Okay, yeah, truthful communication. Wow. They're learning. Okay, yep, and that's a death card right there. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so let me just start diving into these messages because it's channeling very quickly right now. Okay. Throat chakra clarified by the King of Swords. So this is truthful, honest communication. This is coming from a very, very rational place. This is, what I was speaking to at the beginning of this video as a little message for those watching or those that do end up watching these videos quite a bit. This is that King of Swords energy is a person who knows what is their message, what is the message for them and what isn't. They are no nonsense. They are not just absorbing to absorb. They're not vulnerable for being taken. They're very empowered by Archangel Michael. The sword suit for me is very, very empowered by Michael. And Michael is, those of you that work with him, he is no nonsense, and he does not suffer fools, and he does not allow you to live in that place of self-deception for long. Otherwise, he brings in a tower. Not just him, but the divine does. So for me right now, the message that's coming through really strongly is that these masculines, this collective I'm reading for, and I want to just let you know, I feel that this collective is the collective that is in the first stages of reunion and union, as well as a collective that's pretty close to that, okay? And they kind of merge. I'm somewhere in between those. I'm in, yeah. I'm not going to go into my personal story. One day I will. Just not right now. Okay, so it feels that these masculines are very, very in their truth, their knowing, it's been consciously understood. And now the divine is working with them to channel everything in their conscious understanding out through the throat chakra so they can speak their truth. I'm hearing speak their truth in their lives, speak their truth in some of these 3D tower moments, karmic situations. We'll see if that energy comes up. We'll see if any karmic energy comes up in this reading. So far, I think maybe the Tower, but I'm not getting a strong read on that. But there's some endings here. There's some major endings, like this eclipse coming in. Then we have this full moon in Capricorn coming up at the end of this coming week. And that is a big closing of the chapter ending here. So they're getting ready. I'm hearing like percolating is the word that's coming up, and also poised. Okay, so this message is the one that fell on the floor. Adjacent possibilities in reverse. I'm actually taking this as a very, very positive energy for these masculines. They have been in this overwhelm. They've been in this looking at all the options. They've still been trying to relate to the feminine through the 3D lens. So if you've been in communication, if you've been seeing one another, it's like there's this old part of them, that this old template within them that's still kind of in overdrive, that still wants to operate from that old way of being like, okay, I need to have money, I need to provide, I need to have something to offer you, I am only worthy if I do, and that's really all you want from me, right, feminine? That's all you want from me. And then there's this higher self within them that knows that that's not true, and they don't quite know why they keep operating from this old self that is very like 3D. That's just like the best way to describe it. 3D, money, blah blah blah, you get it. And so they've kind of been in this inner battle with themselves, and then they've been seeing all these options. There are these options in their lives, there are options on ways to make money, options on how to relate with you, relationships, people that they should have in their life, people that they shouldn't have in their life. And there's been a lot of overwhelm, and there hasn't quite been a clarity or a very clear discerning energy. This coming up in reverse right now is letting me know that they have made their decision. They've made their choice. They have recognized and decided to step into this humbled Page of Swords energy. They want to learn through their mind, through the logic. They want to use their mind as a tool. They want to get into this conscious awareness of the truth, and then the death card is here. So major transformations, major closures, major endings of cycles, putting all those cycles to bed, to rest, that kept them in this like overwhelm, in this not quite knowing, not quite clear, this or that, this person, that person, I don't know, right? It's a pretending not to know energy, and a pretending not to know energy really can get us into making incorrect decisions for ourselves. So I really love seeing this. This is really, really good. We're also getting hostilities in reverse clarified by the Emperor. So again, the reason I'm not getting a strong feeling for the karmic energy in this reading is because it feels like this masculine has stepped into his Emperor, and it's a non-issue. It is a non-starter. So whatever may be coming at them with these Tower moments, with this 3D stuff, give me 1 second. I'm back. Whatever has been coming at them, it's like, it's not coming through in the energy of the reading as like something that Spirit even needs us to know, or even needs, that masculine even needs to be really looking at or examining, because it's very clear that if this energy was coming at them for a while and it was causing them distress and getting them a little bit off their game and having them feel a little overwhelmed, or like, I can't quite move forward, I'm overwhelmed, I can't quite make decisions, that has ended. And because that has ended and there's a major transformation there, there's this ending here to this. It's like, and it's also like what I'm getting, there's like another message here. It's like there are people that as this masculine steps into their power and their strength, it kind of triggers those around him to be like, I don't like that. This is new. I don't like that. How can I make that stop? But I'm not feeling that there's any threat here to the masculine. I'm not feeling that there's any threat to this because it's clarified by the Emperor. I'll grab one more card on that. Yeah. We got the Ace of Pentacles. So there is a new beginning here for this Emperor. There's a new beginning, and he's putting this past behind him. He's stepping into his strength, and he's moving forward with direction, with clarity, with knowing. He's not allowing these hostilities to deter him any longer. We're getting the Eight of Wands on the bottom of the deck. So, wow. Okay. Rest and rejuvenation. So this card did come in the reverse, but what I'm gonna read it together. So, rest and rejuvenation. The masculines are integrating after these towers, after this death. They are tuning inward, they are meditating, they are getting clear, they are working with themselves. There's a lot of blue in this card too, so it's really kind of bringing me back to this throat chakra. There's a lot of kind of preparing to act on this spark, this divine intervention, or this divine knowing, this divine guidance. It only came out in the reverse because it's not quite time for them to do that yet, because they're integrating and they're getting ready. I'm not getting any sort of timeline on this, but it doesn't feel like long. It doesn't feel like long that this Ace of Wands will be acted upon. But there is quite a bit of, there's quite a need right now for them and everything that's been coming up for this rest. Wow. Okay. Yep, so they're coming for you, Divine Feminine. They are on their temple path. Their temple path here is clarified by the Ten of Pentacles. So they are on the path to this Ten of Pentacles. They are learning right now through difficulty, through pain, through tower moments, through spiritual divine intervention, that what they thought was their Ten of Pentacles is actually not their Ten of Pentacles. Their Ten of Pentacles is with you, Queen of Pentacles. Okay? It's not all about money. It's not about what they can give. It's not about these old 3D templates of provider, of doer, of make moneyer. Okay, that's not correct English, I know. So they're really on this path because they're working with spirit, and spirit has really intervened. I can't express that enough. So they are charging ahead and they will be victorious. They 100% will be victorious here to get themselves out of this Five of Pentacles. Any lack, any scarcity, any fear, any worry, and separation with you. Feeling left out in the cold, feeling kind of stuck. Like, how do I do this? Well, the Chariot's here. Divine intervention, once again, divine direction, divine knowing, moving forward. This is the energy that the masculine energy needs to be in. The masculine energy needs to be in clarity, needs to be in knowing, needs to be able to take action, be in the lead. And I know we haven't tuned into your energy yet, feminine, but the reason that they're able to be in this energy, and so far the energy we've gotten in this reading, is because this tells me that you are in your divine feminine energy, which is surrendered. It is sitting still. It's not in overaction, overdoing. It's not in fear. It's not in control. It's in surrender and trust and just letting it be what it is. Okay, so for this storm warning, we're getting it clarified by the moon in reverse. So what was in the shadow, what was cloudy, what was not known, what was in the unconscious, it's coming to light in this tower, and this tower is in the upright, storm warning, but for this deck, this is the Tower card. So this lets me know that there's a 3D change taking place, but it's what it's doing, what's happening around them in their lives is allowing them to confront this truthfully, honestly. Bottom of the deck, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Again, divine intervention. The divine has come in and said, nope, masculine, you were close, but you were deceiving yourself again, or you were in deception, or you were in an old template. So I'm coming in and we're getting this, we're crumbling this, okay? Bottom of the deck is the Three of Wands. So there is a new direction, a new inspiring action that will be taken from this tower. But it's really important before moving forward that this moon energy is really exposed. And like we've been working with this a lot through this Mercury retrograde where there's not a lot of clarity. We've been working through it a lot. I'm just laughing at the next message that's coming through, but let me finish my thought. So we've been working through it with this Mercury retrograde, with this eclipse season. So there has been a lot that hasn't quite been ready to come to light. And there's still things that are coming to light. Like you may not be in 100% clarity, whether you're divine masculine or divine feminine watching, especially if you're going through tower moments, there's going to still be perceived hurdles and difficulty. Okay. But if you are in a tower moment, take that as confirmation that you are really close. You are really close. I forgot to tell you guys the bottom of the deck of this whole pull so far, but it is this third eye chakra, Archangel Metatron. So there's a knowing, there's a seeing, being able to see clearly, having the sight, having the gift of the sight. Okay, so what I got here for you, this next message that I was chuckling about, we have fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael. So this is all about that heart space that the masculines are being initiated into. And it's from this heart space, this knowing, this clarity, I feel, I love, that I can speak, I can share. Okay, so they all have to be working in tandem and in harmony there. So this heart space is opening. And do you know what I got to clarify? I got the Queen of Wands, which is you, Divine Feminine. So there's a huge, huge heart opening and awakening and awareness of who they want, who is made for them, who you are too, seeing you and your divine gifts and your power and your authenticity and your strength, feeling this passion, this like unexplainable passion, this untapped potential of passion. It's exhilarating, it's intoxicating, it's very, very intense for them because they're feeling it through the heart, and it's not just through the sacral, it's not just through the mind, it's like heart. And that's scary. So a really clear message that's been revealed lately for me with these masculines is that there is a fear, which is why we have Seven of Wands on the bottom of the deck. This is the defensiveness. There is a fear of losing themselves to this connection. I know we've shared messages before where there's a fear of like, you know, getting into this connection and then it ending and something going wrong. I feel that their trust in the feminine has grown stronger, and they're not necessarily fearful that you're vindictive or manipulative or going to hurt them. There's more a fear of actually them losing themselves because the depths of the feeling are so powerful and so intense. That's been really revealed to me lately through spirit. So it's like, and that's a fear, I mean, we all share in relationships. Like when we care so much and we have so much feeling, it's like, do we know how to keep our sovereignty? Do we know how to have our boundaries? Do we know how to really stay true to ourselves and who we are? Do we know how to not, like, and you know, it's part of this idea, like, can I still be on my mission work? Can I still do my work in the world even when I care and love this person so much? So also to get clarified, we're getting the Nine of Pentacles. So for me, you have been showing up, Divine Feminine, as the Nine of Pentacles quite a bit, but since we already have you in the Queen of Wands, I feel that this is this heart opening to the understanding that the masculines can have both. They can have this sovereignty, they can have this financial wealth and independence and bounty that is really independent from need, independent from bondage or fear, which is what they've known in the past when it comes to relationships, you know, in any relationships, business partnerships, you know, family dynamics, whatever, friendships, right? They're recognizing through this heart, through this divine intervention, that it's not one or the other. It's mutually shared because the Divine Feminine is in her Nine of Pentacles energy. So there's nothing she needs from the masculine. There's nothing she's trying to take. There's nothing she's trying to get. She's not scheming. She's not after anything. And this is empowering the masculines through the heart space, mind you. That's profound. Through the heart space, that it's safe for them to trust, and that if she can do it, so can they. So you're kind of serving as their inspiration at this time, feminines, which is really beautiful. And they are healing this Seven of Swords, because right below that we have the Star. And we also have the Eight of Cups. So they are really healing that and emotionally detaching from that fear that their freedom is going to be taken, or that's what you're after. Okay. Wow, we got quite a bit of energy. There's this options card in reverse once again. Okay, so door to romance. And you know what I've just decided to do, friends? This is going to be a Divine Masculine reading, and then I'll pop on in a little bit and do a Divine Feminine reading for you. So we'll have two, so just to keep the time more manageable and bite-sized for you. Okay, so we're getting door to romance, clarified by the Nine of Cups. This is the masculine's wish. They would like to open this door. They would like to be in their power. They would like to be able to do this. They have chosen this. This is that same sort of message right here. Like all the other options, the doors have closed here, and it is making this door open much wider. Okay, this is the door. It's the only door. It's the wish fulfillment. There is clarity here, but there is anxiety. There is fear. There is fear. Spirit is saying that there will be success, masculine. You will have this Six of Wands. You must stay in your inner mastery. You must work through all of these fears, these stop points in your mind. Again, because this is here, the Tower had to be here. Because these are the places, because this is mind energy. Swords is mind energy. So these are the places in their mind that they self-sabotage and keep themselves from this. They keep themselves from moving forward because of what they have fear of letting go of, because the Four of Pentacles also came out here. So this is really what's being integrated right now. This is the Death energy. This is the Tower energy. It's all of this. It's all of this noise, this not truths, okay? These are not true things that the masculine has carried, not only, from his own personal experience, but also from the things that he's taken on from the collective, that he's decided, I'm here to transmute this. But I want to remind you, at the bottom of the deck, there is sight, there is clarity, there is being able to see this truthfully, honestly. And again, they're in this rest and rejuvenation energy, so they're clearing this right now as we speak. Okay, so I'm going to grab for one more deck. I think one more deck. Yeah, let's see. We're going to do the Keepers of the Light and see who is supporting this section of the journey right now for the masculines. So big energy being worked through and moved through, and I feel that for many there is a lot of shifts occurring like the past couple days and into this weekend very strongly. Okay, so tell us about the masculine spirit. Oops. Yep, I had a feeling. Okay. Oh, wow, okay. So much green energy. Oh my God, green energy, bottom of the deck, green Tara. So, by the way, I said green energy before I knew this card was here. Okay, supreme protection. So green Tara is here to kind of cut cords, move beyond limitation and trust. So this really speaks to the cords of the mind, the fears, the patterns, those stop points that they get to in their minds where they can't quite navigate through. Green Tara is here to obliterate that. So that's beautiful. Otherwise, we're getting very, very masculine energy here. The first card out, Mercury. Yeah, so open communication. Get a weight off your chest, speak up with love, and be heard. So everything we just previously saw in their energy, that's what they're working towards. That's what they're working through. That is what's coming next. And if you are a Divine Feminine watching, I'm being guided to tell you, just stay in your power. Stay in your knowing, stay in your trust, focus on you, work within your internal world, work on you, and just trust that this is happening, this is being created, the truth will be spoken, and it'll come at the exact divine timing. Master Buddha is here for the masculines. We're getting all masculine energy except for green Tara on the bottom of the deck, and I really love that. So increased awareness, deep connection, trust your inner voice. Masculines are expanding. They're moving into this new cycle as they're closing out these old cycles. And in this new cycle, there's this increased awareness. There's a very Zen-like, sturdy energy that's becoming available to them. Buddha is a masculine energy, and I think a divine masculine in their fullest unfolding and expansion really would embody a Buddha essence energy, okay? Deep connection, deep trust, deep knowing. So that's really beautiful. And I'm also getting for some that this is them really sitting with themselves at this time. Sitting still, lots of meditating going on. We're also getting Hilarion, divine healing. So they are healing, and I'm not surprised that he's here. Honor your sensitivity, retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. Yes, so the masculine's light is growing. It's kind of that message that we got with the Emperor and the hostilities. The more that they expand and they step into their divinity, the more kind of, you experience this on the journey, Divine Feminine, I'm sure you did, where the brighter your light got, the more hostilities you may have experienced in your world, even just at the grocery store, even with strangers, just random hostility. And it's something that spirit really initiates you into. And this may be kind of jarring for some masculines. This may be a newer experience. And they're already sensitive because they're going through this healing, this tower moment, this death energy. And they may be experiencing some of those things that you've also experienced on the journey. I mean, I'm sure they are because you guys are twins. So just know that this is kind of what's happening for them, and they're really taking care of themselves to go inward and nurture and to get into that self-mothering energy, to mother their inner child, to nurture themselves, to honor the divine feminine. And it's so much green, which is heart energy. And, and blue granite for the throat chakra. Okay, so really, really beautiful. Our last energy for the masculines here is Kurnunos, life force. So this is that Kundalini energy. This is powerful divine masculine. This is like sacred sexuality energy. Sacral energy. This is expressing your driving passion. Sensual and sexual powers are increased. So for me, what I'm really hearing is that many divine masculines have had tower moments around their sacral energy and around their sexuality, recognizing the distortion, the distorted masculine templates within that, and they've been working very hard to release those, to let those go, to move into an expanded state, to be able to be in their divinity, to know that their sexual energy is actually a divinely guided energy, and it's a gift to be used. It's a power to be held with respect and integrity. So there's a huge initiation here for the masculines, as is this energy of being able to trust their passion, trust where they're going, trust that what they feel, this like sexual, intense, powerful passion energy, when in the light, when not in distortion, is something that they can safely act on. And that they have the correct, I'll call them correct templates within them to be in the light. They don't have to be in fear. So these beings are with the masculines in this collective right now, working on these upgrades. I really feel that there's like light activations and upgrades. So I'm going to grab a little bit of energy, just maybe one or two cards from this deck about kind of, what am I trying to say? Like outcome, or like what's coming next for these masculines. What's up next? Okay. Oops. I'm bumping the camera a lot. Forgive me. Okay, Spirit, what's coming next? What is the outcome for these masculines? Whoa, card on the floor. Actually, that might be a pair of cards. Let's see. Okay, these are our cards. They fell on the floor, y'all, so powerful. What's coming next for these masculines? Soulmates and co-create. Okay, so there's a recognition, there's an acknowledgement, if you notice in both of these cards, it's twos, right? It's union, it's unifying. There's this beautiful owl and cheetah together, and then there's these two penguins together, so it's co-creating, it's working together in harmony, union, coming together. Recognition of this divine love, recognition. For me, what I'm really hearing is it's this acknowledgement and this claiming of this divine love, no matter what you want to call it. If you're a masculine watching and you have an issue with the twin flame label, just know the label is just to support. So if it doesn't support, leave it. If you're divine feminine and you have a problem with the label, leave it. You don't need it. Okay, I know a lot of people have been rewriting labels lately, so I just want to say that. I personally am very neutral with all of it. Like, I could take it or leave it. So I use twin flame in these readings because I just feel like it makes the most sense for people and they know what I'm talking about. Okay, that was a little tangent. So it's like unifying, claiming this union, and then unifying and claiming the mission work, the co-creation. What are we going to do? How are we moving forward? What's going to come next? What are we calling in as these powerful creator beings? And we may have been powerful on our own, but watch what happens when we unify and we come together. Like, what are we creating? And there's already this co-creation energy taking place in these connections, whether you're in no communication, whether you're in communication, whether you're seeing each other, whether you're together, whatever. There is co-creation co-creation. I want you to know that in the 3D, in the 5D, and beyond. There is a lot of working together at this time, and it's profound and it's powerful, because it kind of felt like for a while we were in like our boxes and our cages in these vacuums, not quite working together, and now we are. Okay? And trust that any of these patterns, karmic cycles, ties are being cut, that the divine is supporting you, divine masculines, divine feminine, the divine is supporting all that have chosen this path of divine spiritual ascension. Okay? You are blessed, you are loved. I'm sending you so much love. I will be back on with the Divine Feminine reading in a little bit. I hope you have a beautiful weekend, and please like, share, comment, and yes, thank you so much for being here. If you'd like a personal reading, you can go ahead and book that through the information in the description box. Take care.